Hello, this is Dark Whispers of Korea. Today's story is The Mung Bean Field, a tale inspired by the Nogdu-yonggam Seolhwa legend. Let's listen together. Yang-pyeong County, 5:47 a.m. The excavator's blade bit into earth that hadn't been disturbed in 200 years. The construction crew had arrived early, eager to begin Seoul's newest luxury development. 40,000 square meters, 3 billion won, someone's jackpot. The first Mung bean plant fell at 5:49 a.m., the second at 5:50. By 5:52, they'd cleared a 10-meter swath. The foreman was already on the phone bragging to the developer about their efficiency. They came from the tree line, silent at first, just movement in the pre-dawn shadows. Then the foreman's flashlight caught them. Rabbits, hundreds of them moving in synchronized waves. Their eyes caught the work lights and threw back red like animals on a highway. But these animals weren't running away. The largest rabbit stood on its hind legs, 6 feet tall, impossibly tall. Its mouth opened, and what came out wasn't an animal sound at all.
This land is not yours. This debt is not paid. Leave now or join the 7 who sleep beneath.
The crew fled, all except one man, too slow, too disbelieving. The rabbits moved as one entity, a wave of fur and teeth and ancient rage. His screams lasted exactly 13 seconds. By sunrise, the construction site was abandoned. By noon, 3 workers were in psychiatric care. By evening, the developer's phone was disconnected. And by midnight, the first of 7 deaths was already complete. But none of this had happened yet. Not quite. 48 hours remained before the contract would be broken. 48 hours before the harvest would begin. And in a hospital room in Seoul, an old man was trying desperately to stop it. Seoul Medical Center, Intensive Care Unit. 48 hours earlier. Min-jun Park watched his grandfather die in slow motion, one labored breath at a time. Outside, the summer heat pressed against the windows. Inside, machines beeped their mechanical sympathy.
Grandfather, it's Min-jun. Can you hear me?
The old man's hand twitched. Nothing more. Min-jun shifted in the plastic chair, its frame creaking under his weight. His phone buzzed for the 17th time that hour. All the same contact. Mother. He silenced it. Later, he would wonder if answering might have changed everything, if one conversation might have prevented what came next. But in that moment, he chose silence. Chose his dying grandfather over his demanding mother.
Did you bring the documents?
No greeting, no acknowledgement of the dying man in the bed. Mrs. Haywo entered like a storm system, all pressure and momentum.
Mother, he's unconscious. We can't possibly...
Power of attorney, you signed it 3 months ago. We can do whatever needs doing.
Min-jun had forgotten. The first stroke had scrambled so many things. Forms signed in hospital waiting rooms, decisions made in shock and grief. His mother had been there for all of it, efficient as always.
Can't this wait? He's dying.
He's been dying my entire life. Dying to that field. Dying to his superstitions. Dying to everything except being an actual father. The developer called again. Final offer, 3 billion won. They break ground in 2 days. We sign now or lose everything.
3 billion won. The number had haunted Min-jun for weeks. His mother's failing salon, his sister's university tuition, his own collapsed business, the bankruptcy proceedings, the creditors who called at midnight. 3 billion won would solve everything.
What about what he wanted? What about his wishes?
His wishes? His wishes kept us poor for 40 years. Kept us tied to a worthless field that produces nothing but beans nobody wants. I'm done with his wishes. I'm pulling up the documents now. Electronic signature. All we need is your confirmation as witness. One tap, Min-jun.
Min-jun looked at his grandfather. Machines breathed for him, fed him, kept his heart beating through chemistry and electricity. Was this life? Was this worth honoring?
No, stop.
Both of them froze. The old man's eyes had opened just slits, but focused, aware, terrified.
Grandfather, you're awake. I'll call the doctor.
No doctors, no time. Listen to me.
Father, you need to rest.
7 children died. For mung beans. My grandfather killed them. Set traps. Spring traps. Meant for animals.
Grandfather, you're confused.
Not confused. Never more clear. Their mother cursed us. The field. The land. 7 lives for 7 lives. We paid the debt by sharing the harvest, by planting every year, by remembering them. But if we break the contract, if we sell the land, they come for us. The rabbits. They remember everything. They've waited 200 years. Don't give them a reason.
Enough! Stop filling his head with ghost stories.
But the old man wasn't listening to her anymore. He'd found Min-jun's wrist, gripped it with surprising strength. His fingernails dug in, breaking skin.
I have seen them, Min-jun. Every harvest season, hundreds of them. Watching, waiting, making sure we keep our promise. 7 of my cousins tried to sell their shares. 7 funerals I attended. Car crashes, heart attacks. 1 drowned in his own bathtub.
Coincidence. Bad luck.
Nothing is coincidence with them. They remember. Kim Sung-min, Lee Bo-ra, Park Jae-sung, Choi Min-young, Yang Soo-bin, Han Soo-ah, Kang Hyo-jin. 7 children. I say their names every night for 50 years.
Nurses rushed in. Min-jun was pushed back as they worked. His grandfather convulsed, fighting them, still trying to speak, still trying to warn.
Promise me you won't sell.
The crisis peaked and passed. The old man went limp, slipping back into unconsciousness. But deeper this time. Final.
I'm sorry. It won't be much longer. Perhaps a few hours.
Mrs. Haiwo left to make phone calls. Min-jun stayed, holding his grandfather's cooling hand, listening to the machine's slow, watching the numbers on the monitors drift downward. Park Yong-soo died at 3:47 p.m. His last words were about children and rabbits and debts. His last expression was terror, and Min-jun couldn't stop seeing his eyes. Min-jun drove east at 2 in the morning, couldn't sleep, couldn't stop hearing his grandfather's voice. 7 children, 7 lives, the rabbits remember. Insane, obviously insane, deathbed delusions. But Min-jun had always been good at recognizing patterns. And the pattern here was simple. Every family member who'd tried to sell the land had died within months. 7 of them. Exactly 7. The property appeared in his headlights, a small hanok cottage, traditional Korean architecture, wood and tile and paper screens. Behind it, invisible in darkness, the Mung bean field. 40,000 square meters that his mother had just sold for 3 billion won. Min-jun had visited twice as a child. Both times his grandfather had sent him away after a few hours. Too dangerous for city boys, he'd said. You wouldn't understand. Min-jun was beginning to think his grandfather had been protecting him. Inside, everything was precisely maintained. Clean, organized, obsessive. But the walls...
What the hell?
Every surface was covered. Photographs, documents, newspaper clippings yellowed with age, a timeline of family deaths spanning generations, and everywhere sketches of rabbits, hundreds of sketches, some childlike and simple, others detailed, anatomically precise, showing rabbits with human eyes. Min-jun found the obituaries first. His grandfather's brother, 1987, drowned in bathtub. Cousin, 1992. Single car accident, no witnesses. Uncle, 2001, fell downstairs, broke his neck. Each obituary marked with red ink. Each one dated within 3 months of announcing plans to sell the land.
Jesus Christ, he was keeping records. He knew.
On the largest wall, in a protective frame, hung a document so old it was brown at the edges. Classical Chinese characters. A contract dated 1823. Min-jun photographed it, uploaded it to a translation app. The translation appeared line by line, a legal document, a death sentence. 7 children found guilty of stealing 10 sacks of mung beans during the famine year. Names, ages, crimes. Kim Sung-min, age 9. Lee Bo-ra, age 7. Park Jae-sung, age 11. Choi Min-young, age 8. Jung Soo-binan, age 10. Han Soo-ah, age 7. Kang Hyo-jin, age 12.
They were just kids. Starving kids.
The sentence, death by trapping. Spring traps meant for large game. The children had come at night to steal beans, to feed themselves, their families, and Min-jun's great-great-great-grandfather had set traps to protect his stolen property. Below the death sentence, another document, written in blood, a mother's curse, a shaman's binding. The land would prosper only if the family shared the harvest, only if they planted mung beans every year, only if they remembered the 7 children. And if they broke the contract,
7 lives. For 7 lives, the debt will be collected in blood.
Min-jun spun, another thump, then another, rhythmic, multiple sources, growing closer. He moved to the window. The moon had risen, full and silver, and in its light he saw them. Rabbits, not dozens, hundreds. They filled the clearing around the cottage, arranged in perfect concentric circles, all sitting, all watching, all looking directly at the window where Min-jun stood.
Oh God! Oh my God!
The largest rabbit stood at the front. It rose onto its hind legs, impossibly tall, the size of a child. As Min-jun watched, paralyzed, it raised one paw and pointed directly at him. Its mouth opened.
The contract is broken, you know this. Your mother signed the papers 6 hours ago.
How do you...
We know everything that happens on this land, every footstep, every word, every lie. The machines come tomorrow at dawn, and we come tonight.
The sound was overwhelming. A drum circle from hell. The cottage walls vibrated. Dust fell from the ceiling. The rabbits began to move forward, slowly, synchronized, like a single organism.
Wait! I didn't sign anything! I didn't know!
Your blood is contract enough. 7 lives from the bloodline. The first will fall at dawn, the second at noon, the third at sunset. We have waited 200 years for justice. The waiting is over.
The window shattered. Min-jun ran crashing through the back door. Behind him, rabbits poured through the broken window, their claws clicking on wood, their teeth clicking in anticipation. He felt something grab his ankle. Claws tore through his jeans, drew blood. He kicked free, stumbled to his car, fumbled with keys while rabbits surrounded the vehicle, their eyes glowing red in the taillights. Min-jun floored it. Rabbits scattered and reformed, a pale tide in his mirrors. The leader stood in the middle of the road, watching him flee, and then it spoke again, its voice carrying impossibly over the engine noise.
Dawn comes in 4 hours. The first to die will be the one who signed. Your mother. Tell her we send our regards.
Min-jun drove back to Seoul doing 140 kilometers per hour, hands shaking so badly he could barely grip the wheel. He tried calling his mother. Voicemail, his sister. Voicemail, his uncle, his cousin, his aunt. Everyone who shared the bloodline. Everyone the rabbits might target. Or none of them answered. Because they were all asleep. All dreaming peacefully in their beds, unaware that at dawn the harvest would begin. The funeral was held at a Buddhist temple in Yang-pyeong, 3 kilometers from the field. Min-jun's mother had insisted on the location despite the inconvenience. If he loved that field so much, let him rot near it. Those were her exact words. The ceremony began at 11 a.m. Traditional Confucian rites, 3 bows, offerings of rice, wine, and fruit, burning of paper money for the afterlife. Min-jun went through the motions while scanning the forest beyond the temple grounds. His sister, Ji-won, arrived late, eyes red from crying. She'd been at university 2 hours away when their grandfather died. She'd been close to him in ways Min-jun never managed.
Why does Mother look so happy?
The land sale. She thinks we're finally free of it.
But, Desas, we're not, are we? I can feel it. Something's wrong.
Min-jun showed her the photographs, the contract, the obituaries, the curse written in blood. Ji-won read in silence, her face growing pale.
This is real. The rabbits, the deaths, all of it.
I saw them last night. Hundreds of them. And they told me the first death happens at dawn. But dawn was hours ago and...
Mrs. Haiwo answered her phone on the first ring. Min-jun heard the screaming before she did. She went rigid, phone pressed to her ear, her face draining of color.
What? What do you mean there's been an accident?
The developer's construction foreman, dead. Found at the field at 6 a.m., exactly at sunrise. Multiple lacerations, massive blood loss. No explanation, no witnesses. Just his body in the clearing and thousands of rabbit tracks in the disturbed earth.
That's impossible. That's...
Another call. The developer himself, Mr. Cho, panicking. The crew wouldn't return, too scared. The police were asking questions. The whole project was compromised. He wanted to cancel the deal, return the money, walk away.
You can't. We have a contract.
I don't care about the contract. One of my men is dead. Whatever's on that land, you can keep it.
Mrs. Haiwo stood frozen, phone dangling from her hand. Around them, mourners continued their rituals, unaware. Min-jun and Ji-won approached her.
The first death. At dawn. Just like they said.
No, this is coincidence. An accident.
Mother, look at me. This is real. Grandfather tried to warn us. The rabbits, the curse, all of it. We broke the contract when we signed those papers.
That's insane. Rabbits don't kill people. Curses aren't real.
The forest went quiet. All at once, every bird, every insect, every natural sound simply stopped. And in that silence, they heard it.
They're here.
Rabbits emerged from the tree line. Not hundreds this time, thousands. They surrounded the temple grounds in concentric circles, sitting perfectly still, watching. And at the center, 7 rabbits stood on hind legs, tall as children.
The first debt is paid. 6 remain. The second will fall at noon.
The bell marked noon. And in that instant, one of the mourners collapsed. Uncle Dae-jong from Busin, Min-jun's mother's younger brother. He'd been standing near the incense burner, praying. Now he was on the ground, convulsing, foam at his lips.
Uncle, someone call an ambulance.
But it was already too late. Min-jun saw the marks on his uncle's neck, small puncture wounds, dozens of them, like he'd been bitten by something with tiny, precise teeth. Dai-jung's eyes rolled back. His breathing stopped. The second death, at noon, exactly as promised.
This isn't happening. This can't be happening.
5 deaths remain. The third at sunset. The fourth at midnight. The fifth at dawn tomorrow. The sixth at noon. The seventh at sunset. This is justice. This is balance.
Please, we'll give the land back. We'll cancel the sale.
Too late. The contract is broken. The machines touched the soil. The first plant was uprooted. The debt is now due in full.
The rabbits began to move closer, a tightening circle. The mourners panicked, running for their cars, abandoning the funeral. Within minutes, only Min-jun's immediate family remained. Mother, sister, and the 2 bodies, one peaceful in his casket, one twisted on the temple floor.
What do we do? How do we stop this?
Grandfather said we pay the debt by sharing the harvest, by remembering the children. Maybe that's still possible. Maybe if we honor them properly.
Honor them. They're killing us.
Because we killed them first. Our ancestor murdered 7 starving children and stole their food. We've been paying that debt for 200 years by tending the field. But we broke the contract. We chose money over memory.
The sun was descending toward the mountains. Perhaps an hour until sunset. Until the third death. Min-jun looked at his sister. They didn't need to speak. They both knew who would be next. Mrs. Haywo, the one who signed the contract, the one who demanded the sale. The rabbits were saving her for sunset, when everyone could watch. Min-jun drove to the field with his sister and mother. They had 40 minutes, maybe less. The sun was a hand's width above the horizon, orange and swollen.
We need to make a new offering. Show them we understand what our family did.
Showed them? Show a bunch of animals.
They're not animals, Mother. They're 7 children who died hungry and alone. They're a curse that's been waiting for justice for 2 centuries.
The field stood empty in the golden light. The mung bean plants swayed in a breeze that didn't exist. And at the field's edge they waited. Thousands of rabbits, an army of the wronged dead.
We're here. We want to talk.
The rabbits separated, creating a corridor to the field center. The 7 leaders stood there, impossibly tall, impossibly human in their posture. Min-jun, Ji-won, and Mrs. Haiwoo walked forward. Each step felt like walking into deep water.
You wish to bargain. But what can you offer that equals 7 lives?
the truth. We'll tell everyone what happened. Build a memorial with all your names. Plant 7 trees. Make sure no one forgets.
Words, easy words. Your grandfather made the same promises. And yet here we are, still hungry, still forgotten, still waiting for justice.
Then, what do you want? Tell us, and we'll do it.
The rabbit leader tilted its head, considering. The sun touched the mountain peaks. Perhaps 10 minutes remained.
You want to know what we want? We want what was taken from us, futures, families, the chance to grow old. Can you give us that?
That's impossible. You're asking for the impossible.
Then we will settle for what is possible. 7 leaves for 7 lives. The debt will be paid.
Min-jun's mother staggered. Her face went gray. She grabbed her chest, clawing at her blouse. A heart attack, brought on by something unseen, something ancient and angry.
Mother!
She collapsed. Ji-won rushed to her, trying to help, but her hands were shaking too badly. The sun was half hidden now. Minutes. They had minutes.
Stop! Please take me instead!
The words came without thought. Min-jun stepped forward, moving between the rabbit leader and his mother's convulsing body.
I'm the oldest child of this generation. Take my life. Let the debt stop with me.
Noble, but insufficient. 7 lives for 7 lives. No substitutions.
Then take us both, me and my brother. Take our mother if you must, but spare the others. The cousins, the uncles, the rest of the family, they didn't know about the curse. They didn't choose greed, only we knew and we tried to stop it.
The rabbit leader moved closer, close enough to touch. Its eyes were ancient and sad and full of a child's rage.
You would die for them? For a family that chose profit over memory? That forgot 7 starving children?
What choice do we have? You're right about all of it. What our ancestor did was evil, unforgivable, but adding more death, more pain. Does that really balance anything? Or does it just continue the cycle?
The sun kissed the mountain. Sunset. The moment of the 3rd death. Mrs. Haywo convulsed one final time, her breathing stopping. And then, one of the 7 stepped forward, smaller than the leader. Its voice was softer, younger.
I'm tired of being angry, of waiting, of watching the years pass while we stay frozen as children. Is this really justice? Or is it just revenge?
They murdered us. Let us starve and then murdered us for trying to survive.
But these 3 didn't. They're victims too. Of a choice made before they were born. Of a death they didn't create.
The other rabbits began to murmur, a sound like wind through grass, indistinct but building, a debate among the dead. Min-jun felt something in the air shift, a tension breaking. He looked at his mother, still and pale on the ground, not breathing. And then Mrs. Haiwo gasped, her eyes flying open. Alive, impossibly alive. The rabbit leader tilted its head, regarding her.
Your grandfather was kind. For 50 years he tended our field, spoke our names when no one else would, left offerings, remembered us as children, not as curses. We did not want to kill him. We loved him.
The rabbit's voice cracked, a child's voice raw with grief.
We do not want more death. We wanted to be remembered, to matter, to be seen as people who deserved better. But 200 years of anger is a heavy thing to release.
Then let us help you release it. Please, give us a chance to honor you properly, not as ghosts or monsters, but as 7 children who deserved to live, who deserved futures and families and long lives.
We'll build a memorial, carve your names in stone, plant 7 trees that will live for centuries. Tell your story so that everyone knows, not the curse version, but the truth, that you were children who died for stealing food during a famine, that our family prospered on your blood.
And if you fail, if greed returns, if another generation forgets,
then come for us, but give us one more chance, one more generation to prove we've learned.
The rabbit leader looked at its companions. A silent conversation passed between them. Ancient, weary, and finally, reluctantly, it nodded.
one more generation, one more chance. But the field must be restored, the plants replanted, the land healed, and you must speak our names, all of you, every harvest season. Kim Sung-min, Lee Bo-ra, Park Jae-sung, Choi Min-young, Jung Soo-bin, Han Soo-ah, Kang Ho-jin.
We will. I promise. We all promise.
The rabbits began to fade, not disappearing but becoming translucent, ghostly. Their eyes shifted from red to brown, then to gold. As they faded, Min-jun could see through them, see what they'd been before the curse transformed them. 7 children, thin with hunger, dressed in rags, holding each other's hands.
Remember us, that's all we ever wanted. To be remembered, to matter.
And then they were gone. The field stood empty in the sunset light. Mrs. Haiwo sat up, coughing, confused. The mung bean plants swayed peacefully, and in the forest, birds began to sing again. 6 months later, Min-jun planted mung beans in the spring. He'd learned the technique from his grandfather's journals: when to plant, how deep, which rows got the most sun. The field responded to his care, growing thick and healthy. The memorial took 3 months to build. 7 stone pillars, each carved with a name, a story, a face reconstructed from historical records. 7 ginkgo trees planted in a circle, their roots intertwining beneath the soil. The local government declared it a historical site. School groups visited. The story spread. Not the ghost story version, the true version. 7 children, a famine, a cruel magistrate, justice delayed but not denied. On the anniversary of his grandfather's death, Min-jun performed the ancestral rites, rice wine, fruit, pancakes, but he also set out 7 small bowls of cooked mung beans, 1 for each child, and he spoke their names.
Kim Sung-min, Lee Bo-ra, Park Jae-sung, Choi Min-young, Jung Soo-bin, Han Soo-ah, Kang Hyo-jin. You are remembered. You matter. You will always matter.
That night they came, not threatening, not vengeful. 7 rabbits, ordinary-sized, ordinary-looking. They ate the offerings, and their eyes were peaceful. The largest one approached Min-jun where he sat on the cottage porch. It touched its nose to his hand, gentle as a blessing. And then they were gone, dissolving into moonlight and memory. Min-jun sat on the porch until dawn, watching the field grow silver then gold. His phone buzzed, Ji-won sending photos from university. Her scholarship had come through. His mother, a selfie from her salon, newly refinanced. His uncle's family, a birth announcement. The family had survived, not through wealth or power, but through choosing memory over profit, through honoring the dead instead of forgetting them. In the morning, Min-jun would plant new rows. He would tend them carefully, share the harvest generously. He would bring his future children here when they came and tell them about 7 children who died for mung beans, about debts paid and curses lifted, about the importance of remembering. But for now, he simply sat in the growing light, breathing the smell of earth and growing things. The field stretched before him, green and peaceful. Somewhere in the forest, birds were singing, and if their song sounded like children's laughter, well, that was as it should be. The mung bean field would endure. The names would be remembered. And 7 children who died hungry and forgotten would live on in stone and story, and the whisper of wind through golden leaves. This was the harvest his grandfather had always tended. Not mung beans, but memory. Not profit, but peace. And it was enough. It was finally enough.